Everybody, please welcome back to the program our friend Suzanne Somers. Hello, Missy.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
I always like doing your show. I like you.
Thank you. You're very sweet. I'm happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Sexy forever.
I try.
Forever?
Forever.
That is
Why
a
not?
long time to be sexy.
It is. It is.
Do
But
people really want to be sexy forever?
yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, why not? What's the alternative?
Just going to bed early, chilling.
That's how you stay sexy forever.
Touching me. What is sexy? I mean, because sexy could mean a lot of things. What does it mean to you?
Be healthy of it. Got a lot of energy. In the mood. Take care of yourself. Love life. Be interested. Have a passion.
So it's
reinvent.
less about being desirable, because sexy in a certain context is about being desirable.
Right. But I think it's all those things make you desirable to yourself. You feel good about yourself. I walk into a room, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good sitting here.
Just kind of chill.
Yeah, and I'm really, I know this just sounds crazy, I am really enjoying aging.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm aging in a way that I have worked at it, and it feels good. I've got a little wisdom, not a lot. I've got perspective. I don't sweat the small stuff. I know how to restore what I've lost in the aging process naturally. So I've chosen what I call restoration versus deterioration. And I look around at aging as we presently know it, and people are allowing themselves to deteriorate. So the books that I write about are, you can choose that. It doesn't matter to me what you choose, but there's another way to go now. And there's another way, like with this one, from 40 on, to not start falling apart, which is when people start falling apart.
And usually it's based on health choices at a certain, it's what you eat, it's how you work out.
Right. Because everybody thinks the present bad health is bad luck. But the real enemy out there are all these chemicals that are coming at us. I always hear, well, my grandparents, ate and smoked and stayed up late and they lived and they didn't get cancer and they didn't get fat and all that. If you live your life as though the world is still like your grandparents' world, you're putting your head in the sand. It's not like that anymore. We're exposed to, on a regular basis, 80,000 different toxins regularly, 200 before you finish your morning ritual.
So how much of that, that I get, that's the poisoning, and you want to keep your, give yourself the fighting chance.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I was watching the Golden Globes the other, when it was on, and I was looking at all the people, and I thought, man, people's relationship with aging has changed. It's one thing to feel better,
right,
but people are changing the way they look to try to not. Remember when we just used to age? Yeah,
but the changing of the look is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about surgery and injections and things like that. I'm talking about keeping your insides young. And so the choices that I talk about are not overwhelming, little things. When you go to buy your laundry detergent, I know this sounds dumb, next time, instead of the one with all the chemicals, go to the green section. Next time you buy cosmetics, to put on your skin, instead of the one with all the chemicals in it, go to the green section, get organic.
That's not dumb at all. That makes perfect sense to
it
do
does.
like that.
And then, and this will happen to you, and I know you don't think so, but you'll reach a point where you're going to lose your hormones. You're going to look all over your house.
Darling, that's all I got. That is all I've got. I don't have my bones. I don't have the sleep, but I've got hormones, let me tell you.
Yeah, no, that
Thanks to you mostly.
That I can tell. I feel them. Pheromones are palpable. But don't you want to keep that forever?
Yeah, of course.
Well, can't you feel them from me? I'm hormonally balanced because I have, through a blood test and individualized, found exactly where I'm deficient and put it back. Same thing with supplements. Taken blood tests to see exactly where I'm missing nutrients, I put them back. So I'm restoring myself to optimal health without drugs.
Is this an unlikely position for you to be in if you think about, when people get into acting and have a career and they build their life, they don't really, I'm sure when you foresaw how this was going to go.
Never. Life's a journey you can't plan. I mean, forget the fact that I'm famous and a celebrity. My health is so good. If you're healthy, you feel great. That's why I call it sexy. It's a sexy feeling that you're strong. I do yoga. regularly. I can do a handstand. My bones at 64, most 64 bones aren't strong. Mine are really strong because I put the hormones back.
What do you do when you know, some doctors are out there and they think some of the hormone replacement therapy is really controversial and dangerous, and they talk about links to cancer and heart disease and all that?
With all due respect, it's ignorance. Because our doctors, as we speak right now, unless they've chosen to go back to school and specialize in bioidentical hormone replacement, are not taught about hormones in medical school. As we speak, I'm not a doctor, but I've spent thousands of hours writing these 20 books. There's a lot to know about it. And I actually lecture to doctors at this point. Call me crazy, I know it's Chrissy Snow, and I always walk out in front of doctors going, I know, you didn't choose me, but here I am, I'm all you got.
Yeah. But aren't you also tackling menopause with that?
Yeah. So the reason you get fat from 40 on is your toxic burden, all these chemicals coming at you. So if you're eating fast food and crap and trans fats and hydrogenated oils and you're not really thinking about your diet, you're going to get fatter and fatter and sicker. So why? If it's a matter of, you know, making better food choices.
How do you do this when you don't have money?
I wish in Canada and the United States that they would make alternative medicine a viable choice. And if I do anything with the rest of my career, I will go to Washington with a little white dog like Reese Witherspoon and wear something pink, hot pink.
That's a reality show.
I would really like to get alternative as a viable choice. Why can't we choose what kind of medicine we want? Some people want pharmaceutical, standard of care orthodox. Others, like myself, I like to do everything natural first. So if you can grow your own food, I bet your family Greek. You're Greek, right?
And Ukrainian, yeah. My baba, she used to grow in her backyard all the time.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a very middle-class, blue-collar town, a lot of Italians. They all had little side gardens. Understand that if you can't afford organic food, I list in there the most toxic, the least toxic in terms of spray, how you wash them, how long you wash them, what you soak them in to remove the toxins. Instead of you know, expensive cleaners, it'd be cheaper to clean like your mother. I know your mother cleaned with lemon and water and vinegar and mineral oil. It's a lot less expensive than all the expensive chemical polishers. Just say, you got to save your own life right now because no one's going to do it for you.
I wondered what you would have thought when the latest autism results came out, and Jenny McCarthy got really attacked. And, you know, in a lot of ways, she opened herself up for it with some big statements. I wondered if other people who've made big statements that are controversial, if you felt ramifications as well. Well,
I'm not sure they were right. You know, Jenny McCarthy, I've talked to her a lot about it. Gosh, there's a lot of oops in vaccine, and you have to always understand the agenda. Yeah. So I guess what I'm suspicious of is the agenda. When doctors go after me, I have to factor in that our medical schools are funded by pharmaceutical companies. So I now look at, where's the agenda? Is there an agenda?
Right, but sometimes it's just that the article that a lot of their thinking was based on was debunked by many respected. So in that sense,
right,
when it's like if a celebrity goes out and takes a stand, they really got to be right.
They really got to be right.
You're going to be scrutinized more.
I'm living proof that I live the message I put out there. I walk my walk. I talk my talk. I do what I write about. I don't give advice. I just say, this is what I did. This is what this doctor taught me. And this is what I've chosen to do at this point in my life, although whenever I can get a gig in Vegas and sing and dance, I take it right away. And I'm going to be with Don Rickles in March in Vegas. I still love performing so much.
Rickles is amazing.
He's amazing.
Stick around. We're going to do Anthropology with Suzanne Somers. I hold the Anthropology questions designed to find out the truth.
Okay.
You ready?
You're going to ask me questions. I'm stupid on things like this. Okay,
stupid.
Let's see.
We've got the Thigh Master, and now the Face Master. What's the next master?
Bust master.
The which master?
Bust.
Bust master.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, lift him up, right?
Without surgery and bra technology?
Without surgery and bra technology. Right. Well, maybe a little bra technology.
What disturbs you more?
My husband calls my bra, holds him from flopping.
Nice. Nice. How do you feel about that?
Humiliating.
Is the word bombshell an insult or a compliment?
Oh, at this stage, just to bring it on. The bombshell.
20 years ago.
Yeah. I'm more than that. Right.
What disturbs you more, kids dressing too old or adults dressing too young?
Adults dressing too young. I have a line of clothes I call hip, sexy, but not desperate.
You said you're happy at 64. Which birthday did you have the most difficulty accepting?
Next year.
65? When that first Social Security check comes in?
Yeah.
No matter how many books you wrote?
Yeah, right. When people are supposed to retire, I don't know. I actually been thinking about it like, ooh, gosh. You know, 64, because there's that song, you know,
yeah.
Will you still need me? Will you still
When
please
I'm
me?
64.
When I'm 64. There's a new song about ain't 65 bitchin'.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's your next infomercial.
Right.
Is that, how old do you feel? Like feel like I'm perennially 27. I think I'm 20. How old do you feel?
I feel about 35, honestly. I feel my hormones are at a 35-year-old level.
Can you do a somersault?
I can do a somersault. Not in my 19-inch Manolos, but.
If you wanted to, could you crush me with your thighs?
Oh.
I didn't create the Thigh Master. I'm asking.
Don't try me out.
Okay. What was the most special Valentine's you can remember?
I'd like to say when he gave me that incredible diamond bracelet, but he didn't.
Diamonds can often be unethical, so you're lucky he didn't because he's conscious.
Yeah, he's never given me, well, he gave me one. Well, actually, I went and picked it out.
Okay, well, as a woman who has not had the Valentine's she's expected, to gentlemen watching or women watching outside, if they want to make it a memorable Valentine's for their partner, what would you recommend? What would mean the most to you?
Oh, a date. Tell her to get dressed up and take her out someplace and order a great bottle of wine and get a little sauced up together and look at each other and say nice things and go home and do nice things. That's a nice evening.
Sure. Don't do all nice things. Some of them have to be not nice.
Not so nice.
And not so nice, for sure.
Right.
The book is called Sexy Forever. Suzanne Somers, everybody. Nice to see you. Stroumboulopoulos.com's the website. We'll see you next time.